Today we will study the poem The Retreat, written by poet Henry Vaughan. Henry Vaughan was born in 1622 and died in 1695. Henry Vaughan was a product of the metaphysical school. His poem The Retreat is singularly free from the claptrap of metaphysical concepts and illusions. The poem is very beautiful. It glorifies the childhood, the retreat, as the title itself suggests, that moving backward. Retreat means moving backward. As you know, in this world, everybody wants to move forward. But what happens that the poet wants to, or the poet wishes to move backward. Outwardly it looks very strange, because forward motion is the symbol of progress, whereas backward motion is the symbol of in progress, means going backward. So we will study the poem and we will get the answer why the poet wishes to move backward. So the title of the poem is very important and very expressive. Let's go through the lines of the poem. I read, happy those early days when I signed in my angel in fancy, before I understood this place appointed for my second race. In these lines, the poet is lost in childhood. He compares his childhood to his present days. He says the days of his childhood were very happy when he was as pure, his soul was as pure as of angels. The child is considered to be like an angel. The child is so innocent, the child is so pure that he is like an angel. So the poet says that his childhood days were really happy when he was as pure as an angel. He was as innocent as an angel. Further, the poet says, before I understood this place appointed for my second race. Second race means this world. The poet says that when he started understanding this world, before that, as a child, he was pure. He was full of innocence. Next stanza I read, O taught my soul to fancy aught, but a white celestial thought. What the poet wants to express, he says that his soul has not yet learned to move around, to wander around, to fancy, and the soul was pure. The soul has not learned anything about this world. So the soul was purely white and it was full of heavenly thoughts. Actually, what the poet wants to convey, the poet wants to convey is that in childhood the child is full of innocence, the child is pure, the child's soul has not learned anything evil about this world, and the earlier home, that was heaven, from where the child has come. So he is under the influence of the first home, and so he is full of innocence, he is full of purity. Next stanza, when yet I had not walked above a mile or two from my first love, and looking back at that short space, could see a glimpse of his bright face, when on some gilded cloud or flower, my gazing soul would dwell an hour, and in those weaker glories spy some shadows of eternity. So Further explaining his childhood, the events of childhood, the poet says that in childhood the poet has not yet walked a mile or so, means the child has not been very away from his first home, because he has taken birth few months back and he is just a child. So he has not traveled a journey of mile or two from first love. First love means God, the Creator, the first home, that is heaven. So child has not come far away from the first home. So child is full of memories of his first home, that is heaven. In childhood we see heavenly glimpses. We dimly remember the events of heaven. So the poet says that when he was child, he was remembering some sort of glimpses from his first home, that is heaven. What further? The poet says that he could see a glimpse of his bright face when he was child. He was having visions of the face of God, the Creator, and also in form of cloud or in flower. His soul used to have a glimpse of heavenly things. Although these memories had become dim, had become weak, but still shadow of eternity, some glimpses of eternity, the poet was able to see. For any child, not only the poet, any child in his childhood, he sees the glimpses of God in natural objects, just like clouds and flowers, or also the dim vision of the face of Almighty Creator, the God. Further, let's proceed. Before I taught my tongue to wound my conscience with a sinful sound, or had the black art to dispense a several sin to every sense, but felt though all this fleshly dress bright suits of everlastingness. The poet says that before he is grown up, he was a child and he has not yet taught his tongue to wound anything. His soul was pure, so in words also the child used to be pure. The child never utters such sinful words which can harm anybody, because the child is very near to first home. His soul is pure. The child has not learnt anything evil from this world, anything from materialistic world. The child has not yet learned. So the child who is very near to his first home, that is heaven, his soul is pure, he is innocent, everything is true, and he has not learnt anything to hurt anyone. So the poet says, before I taught my tongue to wound my conscience with a sinful sound, or had the black art to dispense a several sins to every sense, but felt through all this fleshly dress bright suits of everlastingness. Fleshly dress means this body. Suits of everlastingness means visions of heaven, means some glimpses of eternity. So the poet says that when he was child, his senses had not learnt anything bad, anything about this world. So he as a child was having vision of eternity, and in natural objects everything heavenly was visible. Oh, how I long to travel back and tread again this ancient track. that I might once more reach the plain where first I left my glorious train. Very beautiful lines. The poet, the poet wonders that how now he has become a grown up man and he has traveled a lot. So he compares his present time to his childhood. He says that he has traveled a lot, means he has traveled a long journey of life and he has now become old. His every sense has learnt many evil things. Now he is full of materialism and the childhood stage that was stage of innocence, stage of purity, now is left very far behind. So the poet wishes that to go back to that stage, he has to travel a lot to reach the place from where he started. Means the poet wants that he should again be child, but it is not possible now because he has left that place a long way. For reaching that place, he has to travel a long way back. So the poet wishes that if he can travel long way back, then he will reach the same place from where he had left his wonderful train, means wonderful journey, means the poet wishes to be again, the poet wishes again to be a child because childhood stage is full of spiritualism, full of purity, full of innocence, and full of all evils and all materialistic things. But now he has become an old man, he is full of materialism, his every sense has learned so many evil things from this world. Now he is like other like others, he is also full of selfishness and his tongue has learned so many evil things. Further the poet says, from whence the enlightened spirit sees that shady city of palm trees. So the poet wishes again to be a child, the stage from where again someone can see the palm tree, the city of palm tree, that is heaven. And in the last stanza, let's study. But oh, my soul with too much stay is drunk and staggers in the way. Some man a forward motion love, but I by backward steps would move. And when this dust falls to the urn, in that state I came return. So in these lines, the poet exclaims that is his soul is full of evil things, and his soul, his state is now like a drunkard, a person who is drunk, and how a drunkard walks while he cannot walk in a straight way. A man who is drunk never can walk straight way. He staggers. And in the same way, the poet compares his soul to that drunkard. He says that his soul is overladen with so much evil of this world, so much bad things of the materialistic world. So his soul is now not having any head. Its soul has lost its state of purity. And some man, he says now it is not possible to again retain that state of childhood. Means its soul is full of evils now and now it cannot be made white again. It cannot, its soul can not attain again its state of purity, its state of innocence, and he says now he has lost the hope to again attain that stage. The poet says, some man a forward motion love, but I by backward step would move. The poet says that everybody in this world loves to move forward, but I wish to move backward. Means he doesn't like worldly affairs, he doesn't like materialism, he prefers spiritualism. Because that's why he wants to be again a child, and this can be possible only if if backward motion is possible and life journey again start in a backward fashion, and he can reach again to the place from where he had started, and that is the stage of childhood. But is it possible? No, it is not possible. The poet also understands this, and now he gives a solution. He says, since now he has become an old man, so it's not possible to become again a child. So he says that now when death will come and his soul will be free from this body, and that in that way again it will attain its freedom, and it will free, and it will again return to his first home, that is heaven. So that's a beautiful poem, and the message given is that the childhood is the stage where innocency, where everything purity and that exists, and the child is full of all evil things. But this materialistic world, as we grow, the materialistic world teaches us many evil things, selfish things, profit and loss, and in everything we want our benefit. And that's why the sense of purity is lost. So in this poem, the poet glorifies the childhood. The poet glorifies the childhood, and he compares the state of childhood to the state of adulthood. So now we will go through the questions, textual questions. What does a child see in childhood? A child in his childhood sees the glimpses of eternity, or heavenly glimpses you can say, because he has just now come from that place. So he remembers, though it may be in a very dim fashion, the glimpses of the earlier home, that is of heaven. Second question, how and why is the heavenly vision perceived in childhood deemed as one grows old? Yes, when one grows old, with the slow progress of journey of life, the child, learns worldly affairs, many evil things from the worldly affairs, and slowly, the child, when he becomes an adult, he is fully engulfed by materialism, and all the visions of earlier homes, they become dim. What do you understand by city of palm trees? City of palm trees here stands for heaven, the first place where God lives, and it is believed that God is the creator, and our first home is the heaven, that is city of palm trees. So city of palm trees means heaven. Why does the poet want to be a child? Yes, very fine question. The poet, though he is now an old man, but he wants again to be a child, because he regrets that in his long journey of life he has learned many evil things. He is now full of materialism, and in every action he seeks some benefit, and the state of purity, the state of innocence is lost now. Whereas a child is always a pure one, free from all evils and full of innocence. So the poet wishes again to be a child. Why can't his soul regain its pristine glory? Yes, the soul of the poet cannot regain his pristine glory, because because now he has attained, he has learned many evil things. In the process of long journey of life, in this materialistic world, he has learned materialism and all all selfishness, all evil things. So now there is no state of purity. Again, his soul cannot become the same as it was, that is, pure and free from all evil things. Write the development of theme in the poem in your own words. Yes, the poet has beautifully developed its theme. The poet has glorified the state of childhood. The state of childhood is pure, full of innocence, and free from all evil things, because the child glimpses heavenly the child sees heavenly glimpses in natural objects, in clouds, in flowers, and in every object he has the vision of God, heavenly visions, because he has just came from heaven. So the glimpses of his previous home are still in remembrance with the child. But as soon as he is forwarding in the journey of life and he becomes a man, he becomes an adult, he in this process he learns many evil things. The worldly affairs teach his senses so much evil that he never he never hesitates even to hurt anyone. In every action, he seeks his benefit. So, materialism takes a man to evil things, and in this way, the state of childhood has been lost, and the spiritualism, actually, the poet compares here spiritualism versus materialism. The poet wishes to be a child, he wishes that his soul should free from evils. So the poet glorifies childhood in this poem. List the bounties of childhood. What it means? Bounties mean gifts. The childhood is full of gifts because the childhood is a state where a child is free from all type of worries. A child is pure. A child is innocent. A child is free from worldly affairs and he is near to God because he is full of happiness. He sees in every natural object, every object of nature, the glimpses of God, the glimpses of eternity. So, the childhood, which is full of happiness, which is pure, which is full of innocence, is really a state of life which can never be again attained. So, childhood is full of gifts given by God. Next question: what does earthly existence do to the vision of heaven in childhood? Yes, when a child takes birth and in the initial stage of his life, the child have the glimpses of heaven because he has not forgotten his first home. He has just traveled very little his journey of life from his first home. So he had the glimpses of his first home in natural objects, in clouds, in flowers, and in every object of nature. He has the vision of heaven. He has the angelic vision. And so the childhood, as the journey of life further moves, the earthly needs, the basic needs of life, and the materialism is taught to the child. And slowly, he becomes an adult, he becomes a man, and now he is full of materialism. He has learned all evil things of this world. He is now full of materialism. So, the where evil things enter, the good things or innocence goes away, and he slowly loses the visions of heaven in the journey of life, and he becomes an adult. He becomes just like poet. When he becomes an old man, he is full of materialism, and the man wants to again be a child. But that's not possible. The only possibility is that after the old age, one has to die, and when one dies, his soul is again become free and again return to the first home, that is heaven. So the poem is very beautiful, and it glorifies the childhood, and it also emphasizes that spiritualism is the really thing, spirituality is the real essence, and materialism is full of evils, and the soul, which is symbol of innocence, symbol of purity, that state can be had in childhood. So it's a very beautiful poem glorifying childhood. So I hope you have understood the real essence of the poem, and now it's now I take the concluding remark, that is, the childhood state is the best state of life. Thank you very much.